If you have ADHD, then you very, very likely have a love-hate relationship with the concept of pressure. And frankly, it's pretty likely to be a fair bit more hate than love. But the really important thing is that you will have acknowledged that there is a certain amount of pressure that you need in order to actually get into things, to get things started. If the stakes are too low, if nothing depends on you doing the task or the action or whatever it might be, well, you're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. So we need a certain amount of pressure just to meet this bare minimum to actually get engaged and do the thing. But, as I'm sure you also know all too well, too much pressure can very easily tip us over the edge and be too much, and we shut down and everything's too difficult and just no. So we need some pressure, but too much is too much. And what this means is that we end up having this sort of narrow window, which is like the correct amount, the right amount. A lot of the work that we might be doing internally around any particular task that we might want to do, whether it's washing the dishes or walking the dog or completing the homework that's very important and will be due soonish. Those are all tasks that a certain amount of pressure is required for us to get started. It has nothing to do with how much we might want to do the thing or how nice it might be. It kind of depends on how much we should, or wrong language. The correct language is just pressure. This building sense of urgency and importance. I really should now. Oh boy, now I can. As compared to, that's a thing that exists. Guess I could do it. Yeah. Go from that point up to, this matters, I can do it. And then very quickly, if we aren't managing ourselves internally, if we work ourselves too much in our minds, we think too much or overthink, or really just suddenly the stakes and consequences shift to being too much. I've got this assignment. I'll play this out for you, right? We'll use homework because it's a pretty good universal example, but you could apply this to anything else. Let's say that I have an assignment, an essay, let's say, for history. And it's due in a week or two, who knows. Worth a fair bit and will be good to do. But a week out, it doesn't really mean enough. I don't really care. It's like, it's like I should, but nah, I still got a week. So it seems not that urgent. And we're just like, be nice, but whatever. And then we get closer and closer and we get to this narrow window and we go, oh my God, I really need to get on to this. I only have so much time left and this really, really matters. I should really get started. And if we're lucky, we might get started then and do quite a lot of it, if not all of it, while we're still in that window. But if we kind of miss the mark, maybe there's not quite enough time left and we freak out a bit and go, oh, this matters so much and I left it too late and oh, why am I like this and I'll never get it done and this will ruin my whole life because my mark is everything. Too much. Yeah, so those are the three different categories here in this model. And so the work for many of us with ADHD has nothing to do with knowing what to do. We know what to do. Very, very much so. It has nothing to do with that. It's to do with us internally managing ourselves, our emotional state and our relationship energetically almost to the thing that we need to be tackling. And if we can do that well, again, as you probably know from experience, sometimes we can do things so effortlessly, so easily. It just happens and flows and it's just spontaneous magic. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes we can't do it at all, and sometimes it's grueling hell that completely debilitates us because it's just too hard and too overwhelming and everything's too much. And it's not about how do we do the thing that's too much. It's not about how do we do the thing that we don't care about. It's about how do we get ourselves into that state, into the relationship with the task, or it's in that perfect window where the circumstances are properly met, that we can do the whole thing effortlessly and seamlessly and with a huge amount of grace. That's our work. And that's what I like to try to teach. No. That's what I do teach. When I work with my clients, and anyway, I enjoy that. Thanks for sticking around. I hope this was useful. I presume that if you made it this far, it's because something was resonating. I hope that you can use this newfound understanding of this relationship to your little pressure window. You can use that to make sure that you get things done that you need to in the right way for you. All the best. And I'd love to hear how you get on. Like and subscribe if you like this video. I'll see you in the next one.